Simultaneous elections. Why in the news? The Union government has recently notified an 8-member committee under the leadership of the former President Sri Ram Nath Kovind to examine and make recommendations on simultaneous election. About simultaneous elections. It is an idea aimed to synchronize the Lok Sabha, state assemblies elections, municipalities, and panchayats such that voters in a particular constituency vote on the same day. Simultaneous elections do not mean that voting across the country for all elections needs to happen on a single day. For instance, this can be conducted in a phase-wise manner as per the existing practice, provided voters in a particular constituency vote for both state assembly and Lok Sabha the same day. Arguments for simultaneous elections: impact on governance due to frequent imposition of the Model Code of Conduct, MCC. Imposition of MCC puts on hold the entire development programs and activities of the union and state governments in the poll-bound state. Massive expenditure in conduct of elections. Elections lead to huge expenditures by various stakeholders on account of conduct, control, and supervision of elections. For instance, as per CMS data, formal expenditure by the ECI in 2019 Lok Sabha general elections was about Rupee 10,000 crores. Prolonged deployment of security personnel. About 5 state assemblies go to polls every 6-month period, which leads to a lock-in of Central Armed Police Forces, CAPFs, and state police forces for prolonged periods. Other issues: frequent elections disrupt normal public life. For instance, political rallies disrupt road traffic and also lead to noise pollution. Frequent elections perpetuate caste, religion, and communal issues across the country. Elections are polarizing events which have accentuated casteism, communalism, corruption, and crony capitalism. Shift in focus of governance and policymaking towards populism for immediate political gains as against long-term prudential policymaking. Challenges in implementing simultaneous elections. Operational challenges. Constitutional and statutory concerns in extending or curtailing the existing terms of some state assemblies to synchronize the cycle for the first time. Need of amendment to multiple constitutional provisions, Articles 83, 85, 172, 174, and 356, related to conduct of elections and by-elections and no confidence motion. Logistical and warehousing issues requiring twice as many EVMs and voter-verifiable paper audit trail machines. Impact to voter behavior. Apprehension that national issues may dominate over regional issues or vice versa, impacting voter behavior. Lack of familiarity with the idea. Last simultaneous election was held in 1960s. Hence, an entire generation is not familiar with the idea of simultaneous elections. Therefore, there is a need to explain how and why one has to vote twice or thrice at the polling booth. Others: loss of political accountability to the electorate as elected representatives and parties will have to face elections only once in 5 years. Impact on economy at the grassroots level as many jobs are created during elections. Recommendations on implementation of simultaneous elections. Law Commission, 170th Report, 1999. Hold elections to the Lok Sabha and state assemblies simultaneously, but withhold the result of elections till after the expiry of the term of the assembly concerned, the interval no exceeding 6 months. Parliament Standing Committee on Personnel, Public Grievance and Law and Amp Justice, 79th Report. 2-phase synchronized election, holding of elections of some legislative assemblies at mid-term of Lok Sabha and remaining with the end of tenure of Lok Sabha. By-elections to all seats falling vacant in a particular year be conducted together on a predetermined date or time frame. Niti Aayog, Discussion Paper, 2017. Conduct 2-phase simultaneous election based on the recommendation of the Parliamentary Standing Committee. In cases of premature dissolution of Lok Sabha or state assemblies, the term of the newly elected House should be for the rest of what would have been the original term. In the event of no confidence motion, simultaneously move a confidence motion for formation of an alternative government. Fix 2 windows of 1.5 months each for holding all by-elections due in a particular year. Law Commission, Draft Report 2018. Framework for Synchronization of Elections. Option 1. Advancing or postponing election timings in certain states, such that elections to all state assemblies and Lok Sabha may be held together. Option 2. Conduct elections only twice in 5 years. Option 3. Conduct all elections falling in a calendar year together. Replace the no confidence motion with a constructive vote of no confidence through appropriate amendments. It further suggested the option of limiting the number of no confidence motions during the term of the House Assembly. Conclusion. As the government explores the idea of simultaneous elections further, a thorough and transparent deliberation should guide any decisions to ensure that the integrity of our democratic process remains intact.